The war in Ukraine, which escalated dramatically in February 2022, continues to reshape modern military thinking. It began as a swift invasion attempt by Russia. Many expected a quick outcome. However, Ukrainian resistance proved far stronger than anticipated by Moscow. The conflict evolved into a brutal war of attrition. Artillery re-established itself as a dominant force. Initial Russian advances met fierce opposition. Ukrainian forces used their knowledge of the terrain and flexible defense strategy. They managed to halt Russian columns and inflict significant losses. Numerical superiority in tanks and aircraft did not guarantee victory. The will to fight and effective use of weaponry proved crucial. As the front lines stabilized, the nature of the fighting changed. It became a grinding contest, heavily reliant on artillery duels and fortified positions. This war of attrition placed enormous strain on manpower, equipment, and especially ammunition stockpiles. Whoever could maintain their artillery strength and adapt their tactics would hold a significant advantage in this protracted struggle for dominance. Ukraine entered the conflict with a significant inventory of Soviet-era artillery systems. While robust, many of these systems lacked the range and precision of more modern Western counterparts. The initial stages of the war highlighted a pressing need for upgraded artillery. The arrival of Western-supplied artillery marked a turning point for Ukrainian forces. Systems like the American M142 High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, or HIMARS, provided a significant boost in capability. These systems offered greater range, much improved accuracy, and faster deployment times compared to older equipment. HIMARS in particular allowed Ukraine to strike high-value Russian targets far behind the front lines. Modern self-propelled automated artillery systems brought further advantages. These systems can fire multiple rounds per minute and then rapidly relocate to evade counter-battery fire. Ukraine has demonstrated remarkable adaptability in integrating and effectively employing these new artillery technologies. Soldiers quickly learned to operate and maintain sophisticated Western systems. This fusion of advanced Western hardware and Ukrainian ingenuity allowed them to maximize the impact of their enhanced artillery firepower. The war in Ukraine has unequivocally demonstrated that drones are no longer a niche capability, but a central component of modern warfare. By early 2025, estimates suggested that drones were responsible for a staggering 70% of all Russian and Ukrainian casualties. This statistic alone underscores the transformative impact of unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs, on the battlefield. The sky above the front lines is often described as being filled with 1,000 snipers, as drones hunt for specific targets, making the conflict increasingly lethal. A key development has been the widespread use of first-person view, or FPV drones, often adapted commercial models. These relatively inexpensive drones are frequently equipped with munitions such as grenades, mortar rounds, or anti-tank warheads. In effect, they act as precision-guided micro-artillery, capable of striking individual soldiers, vehicles, or equipment with high accuracy. The conflict has also spurred a rapid technological race in drone and counter-drone capabilities. Both Ukraine and Russia are constantly innovating. Drones have become indispensable for artillery operations. They provide real-time reconnaissance, allowing artillery units to quickly identify and locate enemy targets with unprecedented precision. Section 4. Russia's search for support, the North Korean arms connection. As the war progressed into its third year, Russia increasingly faced challenges in maintaining its vast appetite for artillery ammunition and replacing equipment losses. This led Moscow to seek external sources of military hardware to sustain its war effort in Ukraine. North Korea emerged as a significant, if controversial, supplier for the Russian military. Starting around November 2024, Pyongyang began providing Moscow with substantial quantities of military equipment. This aid reportedly included vast numbers of artillery shells, which are crucial for the attritional style of warfare being waged. Beyond just ammunition, the supplies also encompassed self-propelled howitzers, multiple rocket launchers, and, according to some reports, over 100 short-range ballistic missiles. Among the systems supplied by North Korea, the M1978 Koksan self-propelled gun has drawn particular attention. This is a 170mm artillery piece, notable for its exceptionally long range, reportedly capable of hitting targets up to 60 kilometers away. Section 5. Turning the tables, Ukraine's artillery strikes with decisive effect. Ukraine's enhanced artillery, bolstered by Western systems and drones, has yielded significant battlefield successes. A key focus has been counter-battery fire locating and destroying Russian artillery. By March 2025, Ukrainian forces, especially the Unmanned Systems Forces, USF, showed notable proficiency. Ukraine destroyed its fifth North Korean-supplied M1978 Koksan self-propelled gun. Specific operations highlight this effectiveness. One such strike in Donetsk was by the USF's 413th Raid Battalion. Their skill in using drones allowed for precise engagement. On March 18, 2025, Ukraine's 14th Regiment used HIMARS to target Koksan systems in Kursk, Russia. This shows Ukraine's capacity to strike valuable assets across the border. The cumulative impact on Russian forces has been substantial. The destruction of artillery, tanks, and vehicles also impacts Russian troops psychologically. Section 6. Reshaping Modern Warfare Strategic Lessons from the Ukrainian Front. The war in Ukraine serves as a stark, real-world laboratory for 21st century warfare, offering profound lessons for militaries globally. The conflict has accelerated the evolution of tactics and highlighted the importance of rapid technological adaptation. One of the most significant takeaways is the deeply integrated role of unmanned aerial systems with traditional firepower, particularly artillery. The effectiveness of this combination in providing reconnaissance, precision targeting, and battle damage assessment is undeniable. Military planners worldwide are now re-evaluating their doctrines and procurement priorities based on the daily realities observed on the Ukrainian battlefield. The extensive and sophisticated use of drones from small FPVs to larger surveillance platforms, integrated with artillery operations, is prompting a fundamental rethink of global military strategies. This necessitates new approaches to air defense, electronic warfare, and even basic troop concealment and dispersal. Future conflicts will likely see even more advanced autonomous systems, AI-driven targeting, and swarming drone tactics, building on the innovations first widely tested and proven in Ukraine. Recognizing the transformative nature of this conflict, NATO has taken proactive steps. Section 7. The Enduring Salvo, Artillery's Future and Ukraine's Unwavering Resolve. The conflict in Ukraine has unequivocally reaffirmed the pivotal role of artillery on the modern battlefield. Far from being an obsolete arm, artillery, when combined with modern technology, remains a decisive factor in shaping the outcome of engagements and entire campaigns. The ability to deliver precise, long-range fires guided by sophisticated reconnaissance assets like drones has proven indispensable. Both sides have invested heavily in their artillery capabilities, recognizing that dominance in this domain often translates directly into territorial gains or successful defense. The technological evolution in artillery and counter-artillery systems is relentless and shows no signs of slowing. The war is a crucible for innovation, driving rapid advancements in projectile range and accuracy, automated gun systems, counter-battery radar, and electronic warfare measures designed to disrupt enemy targeting. Ukraine's resilience and capacity for innovation have been central to its ability to withstand and counter a larger adversary. The rapid adoption of Western artillery systems, coupled with the ingenious use of drones and locally developed technologies, showcases a remarkable adaptability. Ultimately, the war in Ukraine offers enduring lessons for international security and defense planning.